music and information. With the Morning Show Band. Singers Lindsey Ellis and guest singer Dan Schafer.
Well, let's say hi to everybody and let's get it moving. Look, here's you doing okay?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Lindsey Ellis, you're looking sharp this morning.
Thanks. I like that sweater.
Thank you.
It's colorful.
Thank you for coming. Good morning. Your name?
Dan Schafer.
Dan, good to have you here this morning. You're one of our guest vocalists today, huh?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I am from Donaldson right now.
You can't be from Donaldson. If you're going to sing on the show, you got to be from someplace wonderfully country.
Okay.
Be from Ada, Oklahoma.
How about Mount Pleasant, Michigan?
That sounds pretty good. Good night. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It's right there in the Indian Reservation, right in the center of Lower Michigan.
That's right.
Not too far from Bay City, I guess.
12 miles. Well, let's see. It's 60 miles north of Lansing, the capital.
Yeah.
You know that area.
I know where it is. Yeah, that's great. And you're on the Ann Arbor Railroad. I mean, does that...
Used to live in Ann Arbor, too.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay. It's too familiar for me, but we're glad you're here.
Good to be here.
We'll put you to work here in just a little bit. Glad you're with us this morning.
Check with the show. At 5 after now, let's get to our guest singer for this day. Here's a guy who has had a lot of experience on both coasts and now here in Nashville, and we're glad to have him with us. Let's put your hands together, please, for Dan Schafer.
On the wings of a snow-white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove, when trouble surrounds us, when evils come, body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, oh, he doesn't forget us. He sends us his love, and I'm so glad he does. On the wings of a snow-white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove. Now Noah, he drifted on that flood many days. Oh, he searched for land in various ways. Now troubles he had some, but he wasn't forgotten. God sent down his love on the wings of a dove. On the wings of a snow-white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove. Yes, on the wings of a snow-white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove. On the wings of a dove. On the wings of a dove. Amen.
Dan Schafer. Hey, Dan, come on over and have a seat here. That was nice. There was a good classic for you.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I always enjoy that. You know, there's some songs that people just enjoy singing and never forget the words. That's one of the great ones, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Good to have you here. You've been all over the place.
Well, yeah.
You've got a lot of experience that you bring to Nashville, Tennessee. Give us a little idea of where you've been. What have you done?
Well, I'm from Mount Pleasant, Michigan originally. I lived in Detroit for 8.5 years. I lived in New York for a little while. I've done some work in Toronto, Canada, and, of course, the West Coast, too.
Man, that gives you a lot of background, doesn't it? See how it works everywhere you go? But has country always been your main interest during that time?
No, I was a pop singer for quite a few years.
In fact, you were on RCA for a little while. There were some very big-name producers, weren't there?
Don Davis and Jack Richardson band. Don Davis did Billy Davis Jr. and Marilyn McCoo.
Yeah.
And Jack Richardson did some of the Kiss stuff.
Yeah.
And Poco, and Guess Who? He did all the Guess Who hits.
Really? Well, who was that? I'm just guessing.
Jack Richardson.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was way too subtle, and it's too early for this hour, isn't it? You got a lot of varied experience. You've been in a movie. You play a lot of different instruments. I mean, you've got quite a variety of things here.
When I first came to town, I played pedal steel guitar for Leroy Van Dyke.
Is that right?
And that was fun.
He's one of the fine guys,
yes,
isn't he?
He is.
Man, did you hear this, guys? This man plays pedal steel guitar. Do we have one over there? No, I guess not. We got the pedals. We got no steel guitar. Dan, do you get to play steel very much?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I'm working at a place called Partners in Clarksville, which is a non-alcoholic club, and they're on the air in 3 stations there. And I was playing some steel guitar up there, but I'm fronting the band, so it's kind of hard to.
Oh, they're on the air in 3 stations. How is that? What kind of a network is that?
3 radio stations, 2 FM stations, and I can't remember the name of the stations, but I think WJZM is the AM station.
Sure,
we broadcast on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock. And we're soon to go on Sescom up there on one of the cable stations.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's very nice. It gives you a good opportunity to try a lot of new things. Do you write much?
I write a little bit. I write contemporary Christian tunes, and I've got a Christian album. I do some church work. As a matter of fact, I did the Rome Baptist Church yesterday. I did a service there. Yes.
Well, that's good. So
I told them I'd say hi.
That's all right. Big hi to all of them. That's great. We have a lot of viewers from that area, and we're glad that they're looking in today. You also were on the road with Lori Morgan and Keith Whitley for a while.
Yes, I did one date with Keith and Lori, and I worked with Lori for a weekend. I understand Lori worked this show for quite a few years.
That's correct.
And Barbara Mandrell.
Yeah, you were a do-right?
Yes, I was. Good. For one tour, the Moments tour.
That's all right.
And did the Christmas special with her, and that was fun.
That's a good time to be in there. It's a very, very good program. So these days we can see out at Opryland?
Yes, I'm happy to be at Opryland for my 4th year. And this year I will be in the Opry Inn, what used to be the Plantation. I'll be kind of like the strolling musician there.
Oh, that's good.
Restaurant.
Good experience there. Well, Dan, we're glad that you're here this morning. You really have a tremendous background. You do an awful lot of good stuff, and we appreciate you being here this morning. We'll get you back for another tune here in a little while, okay?
Thank you for having me.
All right, so don't go too far. That's Dan Schafer, everybody. On the show today is Dan Schafer. Dan has a long list of credentials, and we're glad to have him here. He's living in Nashville now, and he has pretty much done it all. Dan, good to have you here this morning.
It's nice to be here.
Yes, yes. You were telling me that you were visiting with one of our area churches over the weekend?
Yes, the Rome Baptist Church. I was at yesterday and did a music service there for them. I told them I would say hi.
Nice folks?
Real nice folks.
That's my experience. I get to do a lot of church speaking too, and we just have some terrific people in our viewing area. What are you going to do for us this time out?
I'm going to sing a song that Paul Overstreet wrote with Don Schlitz, and it was a big hit for him not too long ago. It's a song called Heroes.
All right, folks, here's Dan Schafer.
Drives into the city, he works extra hard all day, finishes up early so he can get away, 'cause there's a blue-eyed kid on second base. He wants Dad to watch him play. Daddy knows he's waiting, so he hurries on his way. You know, heroes come in every shape and size, making special sacrifices for others in their lives. No one gives them medals, the world don't know their names, but in someone's eyes, they're heroes just the same. She rocks a crying baby in the hours before dawn. She whispers words of hope to help her husband to hang on. She takes time with the children making sure they know she cares. She's more than just a mama, she's the answer to their prayers. And you know, heroes come in every shape and size, making special sacrifices for others in their lives. No one gives them medals, the world don't know their names, but in someone's eyes, they're heroes just the same. Now I don't pretend to know you, but I'll bet it's safe to say there's someone out there somewhere looking up to you today. And they see everything you do except for your mistakes. You may not think you measure up, but you've got all it takes. And you know, heroes come in every shape and size, making special sacrifices for others in their lives. No one gives them medals, the world don't know their names, but in someone's eyes, they're heroes just the same. No, no one gives them medals, the world don't know their names, but in someone's eyes, they're heroes just the same. Yeah, in someone's eyes, they're heroes just the same.